Alright, this is the journey of Fatal Frame 2. I'm starting all over again. Well, I shouldn't say I'm starting all over again. It's more like I played the demo, and the demo was good. So this is the proper playthrough. This is the version 1.03.04 of the remake version. So when they made the remake, they made the version 1, and then they did some patches or hot fixes, however you want to say it. But this is it. I finally said I was going to do it during the fourth week of May when I get around to it, and now I got around to it. I shouldn't say I got around to it, more like I was waiting for the price to drop about a good like 15, well, 15 to $20, or at least to have 25% off. May get a $7, $7 or $8 off regular price. So when it dropped to about like say 27, 26 or 27 off. That's when I bought it. So the standard price for the game was, I believe, was 36 change or 38 and change. It was originally like $40, but now that I managed to get it to about, yeah, about 30 bucks. I paid about 30 bucks, maybe 35 bucks. Um, but I don't have to worry about the taxes because that's what I was waiting for, the 25% drop, so that when they do add the taxes, I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about the taxes part because the percentage off basically eliminated that. Um, so they're not getting any extra money, and that's what I typically do anyway. When I see a game is originally 60, I wait for it to become like $50 or $55, simply because I don't want to pay them the tax money. They're gonna tax it anyway, but you're not getting the whole price. I'm actually paying for the full game without tax added. Even though the tax is added, it's like I'm paying for the game at a full price without the taxes. At least that's the way I see it. Even though a certain cut in the game price has fallen, I see it the same way. As in, I just eliminated taxes, even though I'm still getting taxed. I'm now paying for a game that's been cheaper, so I don't have to worry about the tax. And that's what's going on here. This is Fatal Frame Crimson Butterfly 2, one of the top horror games of our time. If it's not in your top 10, it's probably definitely in your top 20. If you don't have it in your top 20, and there's definitely something wrong there. Because this game is not the scariest game, but it is a nostalgic game. It is a legendary game. It is an OG game, and it is one of the better version of the PlayStation 2 horror games. People have stepped it up in the horror genre from them to now, but this was one of the best horror games originally came out. It's like playing Donkey Kong 2, or like playing the first, or like playing Grand Theft Auto 3 before Vice City came out. You know, it basically spearheaded Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 5 and all other Grand Theft Autos to become famous, because it was a Grand Theft Auto 1 was already known and 2 was already known, but it wasn't really popular. The third one really made it, that series, popular. That's what made the series become popular. Same as um, uh, Call of Duty. Call of Duty was just Call of Duty until they made Modern Warfare 1. And after they made Modern Warfare 1, they really became famous after Modern Warfare 1 came out. And then everyone was dying for Modern Warfare 2. And once Modern Warfare 2 dropped, it became far better than Modern Warfare 1. And that's how the chain of events with regards to Call of Duty became so great, simply because of Modern Warfare 1. Otherwise, their stuff was pretty much average until Modern Warfare 1 came out. And the same thing goes for Resident Evil. Stuff in Resident Evil was even though the first one was good and the second one was good, it really didn't catch the eye of many people until they made Resident Evil 4. Because the OG was good, the first two games were good, Code Veronica was good, but many people didn't like the clunky way of playing games back in the days. It really was a turn of the tide when they made Resident Evil 4 that genre truly became famous. In all truth, it really wasn't Resident Evil 4. It was truly Resident Evil 2, the original Resident Evil 2. So it didn't take Resident Evil long to become famous. It's upon the creation of Resident Evil 2 that spam or spawn more Resident Evil. So the popularity of the second one basically made all the other games far more famous. And it's the same thing that goes for Fatal Frame 2. Fatal Frame 1 was good, but by the time they made Fatal Frame 2, it basically made the original one as not as important, but less important, and maybe basically pushed that this genre forward for Fatal Frame 3, and then Fatal Frame, the spin-offs Fatal Frame games, and so on and so forth. If it wasn't for Crimson Butterfly, Fatal Frame 2, I believe the success of Fatal Frame 2, I believe Fatal Frame would have been an average horror game. So Fatal Frame 2 must get props for that as one of the best horror games of all time. Now, you don't have to put it in your top 10, but if you don't have it at least in your top 20, it might be some trepidations there. You might have to be thinking about, well, is it really that good versus is it really not? You're seeing things from the point of view of the now generation that you're in, which doesn't cut it in the long run because 10 years, 20 years from now, the game you think is great in this generation is going to be laughed at or belittled, or people in the future are going to consider it average at best compared to what they consider horror in said future. So you have to see things from the point of view of legacy. Can your what you consider horror in this day and age, can it be great enough to be remembered forever or for a very long time? If it cannot, if it's just a moment horror thing, then it's not going to be remembered. It's going to come, then it's going to go away, and then someone's going to revive it 10, 20 years down the road, and then that series is going to become big and popular, and then it will be something. But if it's something that started from the beginning and just keeps developing along the way, like Resident Evil is, then that's something that's very important because and should be always be recognized to be in your top 10, top 20, top 30, 40, and 50. I would always tell people that if a Fatal Frame game or a Resident Evil game or a Diablo game, well, not Diablo or Silent Hill game, if these games are not in your top 50, then you might not know anything about horror games or Phasmophobia or um, Let It Bleed or no, um, I would say that or the original Berserk or Band of Hawks version Berserk. I believe the Dreamcast Berserk was more of a fighting game type. The point I'm trying to make is this game belongs in the top 20, and if it's not in your top 20, it should be in your top 10. That's all there is to it. You give props to where props belongs. It's not about horror. There's always going to be someone who's going to make a better horror game as the future comes out, 2027, 2028, 2029. Somebody will eventually outdo you in the horror genre. But what keeps something in place and makes it immovable or impassable is the legacy that it held up and the popularity that represented itself. Elvis Presley, James Dean, Rockefeller, whoever else you want to think of, James Brown, these are all musical icons, and they're musical icons for a reason because they stamped their names in history, and that's the way it is. You don't put them to the side because the music has changed from generation to generation now, and this is what's considered popular. You still keep them in that top 10, top 20, top 30, top 40, top 50 genre simply because they've made themselves beyond their generation. Same as Michael Jackson, and that's the same that goes in video games. Yes, there'll be some Billie Eilish. Yes, there'll be some new musicians. Yes, eventually a Taylor Swift will come along. Yes, eventually Beyonce will come along. Yes, eventually whoever else will come along down the road, past the 80s, past the 90s, into the early 2000s, into the mid 2000s. Eventually, new people will be born into the world, and new people will become famous down the road. And people love in that generation their music more than those of the past. But the difference between the here and now and the past, if those famous people now aren't better than those famous people from the past, if their music don't sound as good as the people music from people from the past, or their popularity doesn't span a vaster, more greater globe that those original musicians had in the past, then you really can't put the musicians in the here and now above them. You can't put someone like a Taylor Swift above someone like a Michael Jackson. It's not because he's Michael Jackson, he's famous and his music's great. It's because he spanned more than one generation and spanned more than one or two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine culture. His music was listened to everywhere in the world, at every corner in the world, from poor countries to famous countries to middle class countries to cold countries to hot countries. Everyone knew his music, and everyone knew who he was, and everyone listened to it. He was famous everywhere, and it got even greater as he got older, and it started to fall off, but then it got back up, and eventually came to time until he died, and his legacy lived on through then. So if you haven't risen to the level that is Michael Jackson, then, or at least come in second place, if you're not at Michael Jackson level, if you're not in second place or third place, then you cannot have any right, no matter how famous your music is in the here and now, or who listen to it. If you cannot beat those OGs from the past, then you will never win, and you can never say it's better. And they will always be in the top 10, top 20, top 30, top 40, top 50. And that's what I'm trying to say for Fail Frame. If your game cannot spawn or span the global network of video games around the world in various different countries, and everyone knows about your game, from poor people to rich people, and the popularity is so great that people make spoofs of it, memes and stuff, then your game might not be as great as you think it is. Now, I would say Fatal Frame isn't that game, but Fatal Frame Dam would come in the top 10 of those games. The most famous ones are the ones that everyone's playing, Call of Duty and stuff. But Fatal Frame damn sure is in your top 20. That's for damn sure. Um, and if it's not in your top 20, it might actually be in your top 30, top 40. I cannot see for the life of me Fatal Frame being below the top 50 range. Like, if someone has Fatal Frame under the top 50, that person might not be a gamer. Period. And that's all there is to it. Back to, I'm gonna play it on normal. Actually, what should I play on normal? Or should I play on story? I'm just here for the story. I've beaten this game before in the past, and since I want to judge the game based on everything that's in it, I'm just gonna play the story and see how it goes and see what's in the game. Why did I talk so much with regards to those things? Because those are things that are very important. No matter who's the most famous actor now, They can never beat out a James Dean.
Mayu,
Because it's more than just
didn't
about
we always promise each other
acting and personality. There's more to it.
that we would be together forever?
Same goes to in video games.
Mayu? Mayu? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We used to play here all the time.
Yeah.
All of this will be gone soon.
How's your leg? Does it hurt?
A little. But I'm okay. Hey, Mio.
Yeah?
Never mind.
Come on, Mayu! Hurry! Wait! Mio, please! Don't leave me! Mayu, about what happened back then. Mayu? Mayu! Where are you going?
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What is this? Mayu?
The lost village.
Mayu.
I've heard about this place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. And people who get lost in the woods are called to the village. Do you think this is...
Alright, so the original demo, I gave the game points and I deducted points from the game. But at the end of the day, I gave it more points. Whatever points I gave to the game is still standing. And I believe it was here that I started to give it points. And I also deducted points. All in all, it's pretty great. At the beginning of the game, everything is great. The menu system is great. The character interactions are great. The design of the clothes is great. You came out in like 2002 or something, or 2001. Um, and so this looks far superior to it, obviously, because generations have changed. We got AI and all that stuff, but based on everything that I see, it's on appearance alone, it's superior to its original developed designs, lighting, colors, drop shadows, even fluttering effects, attachments of clothing, and also particle designs, or at least particle effects, especially on fires and stuff. The colors of the trees seem kind of the same. They just kind of upgraded it a little, with different type of textures. But yeah, sound effects and everything looks good. Skin tones look good and everything as well. So they made it far better. Actually, the one thing that they truly improved on more than anything is the design of the characters, of each character faces. The original Miu and Mayo, their face kind of looked chubby. This one, it looked more thin and leaner. The original bodies also looked thin, but their face were always kind of chubby and doll-like. And though these two characters' face also look kind of doll-like, they look more realistic than doll-looking faces that the original two characters. So they made their faces more realistic like. The only con I would say was bad because the game, same I gave for the demo back in early. I don't remember when I did the demo, maybe about 2 months ago. I would say the lighting for the area um, in relations to the characters. You see, when you're looking at a moon and it's a full moon, and the
My leg
moon
hurts.
is blue in the sky, everything else, like the moon is shining here, the light would shine like that, and it will look blue. Everything will look blue or whitish in color, surrounded by darkness. So that makes sense. But it also doesn't make much sense with regards to the characters. That blue tone should also be showing on them. See, the tone of the light should not overpower completely the tone from the sky itself. Because that blue tone has to be shown. Like realistically, if you were in a forest area or in the night, you would see a tone from the sky on their bodies. Here you kind of see it a little as you're turning, but it's overpowered by the light of the two flames, which shouldn't be the case. Those light from two flames are facing their backs, so it's showing from the back, and the power of those flames should be showing from the back on their shoulders. But the moonlight should be showing also on them to show that they're darker in areas where they're darker, like direct sunlight, direct moonlight. The light from these two things are slowly but surely meant to heighten whatever is within the vicinity here. You gotta think of light as both a vertical, both a north and a south, and then both an east and a west. So it's like a big, huge circular ball of light and pulsates outwards like the sun. So if you're facing away from it, the part that's being hit the most is your back. So your front of your body isn't getting majority of that light. So when your character turns here, and it seems like the character, light from the character facing the light, you see, it's a little bit brighter now, warmer now. As you closer you get to it, that makes sense. Also in the back, that also makes sense. But as you're going away from it, it also makes sense. See, the lighting is away from it. The further you get away from it, the more the power of the sun or the power of the moonlight should be showing on them. So here, her face shouldn't be that rosy. It shouldn't be that much color. It just started to become very gray. And I'll move away from it more and more and more. Enough where you can still see the sun. Let's get to a nice little place. I can still see the sun fully. Or the moon. I don't know why I say sun. Okay, that should be right here. Perfect. Now that's the moon. Seems like the moon just disappeared, and the opacity of the moon is there. Now, logically, the light from here is so dim it wouldn't matter, but yet you could clearly see the characters, majority of their clothes and everything from the light of the moon. But it's very colorful. It shouldn't be colorful. That red shouldn't be that red, and that white shouldn't be that white. A somewhat tint of blue should be more powerful there. And of course the top that they're wearing, which is red, should be more dark, which makes more sense. But what I'm trying to say is the obvious thing should be present, and it's not. So here it's the same thing. See, it's more direct moonlight. Way at the moonlight on her doesn't seem blue. These are small little gripes, but majority of the game is good, especially with regards to lighting from objects.
I wonder if anyone's in there.
Dunno.
Mia? What if there's someone in here, though?
So I read all this already in the demo, so I'm going to try to see if I could get past the demo section and get straight into the game where I left off.
Should we look around? Mayu? Mayu! What's wrong?
Lost village. Masumi, where are you? I don't want to kill anymore. Where are you? I don't want to kill anymore.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I should point out that this is a remake, so they're remaking everything that was originally set in the game that didn't work out, but they're keeping all the nostalgia things with regards to the game and not touching those. They're just fleshing them out or leaving them in place. Point is, the story that I'm watching from the beginning to now is very much the same, with little deviations from its original set. Maybe seconds most. Majority of everything in the story is 100% the same. Things that have changed are related to the game's internal mechanics, the game's option menus, the design of the characters that has changed a lot. Completely characters are remade. Looks very different, even though their clothes and their hairstyle and their silhouette is the same. And many game action mechanics have also changed, such as hold hands was never in the original game, and probably other things that I haven't gotten to yet are also in the game. The camera, based on how it is now in this game compared to how it was in the past, games have been changed as well, completely changed from its original set. You get to use the camera obscura, that's still there. How you use the camera obscura has been rechanged, and since it's not the same anymore, it's been remade for something much better, and that's why it's a remake. Things that didn't work have been remade. Things that works are the same. So everything is pretty much the same with regards to the characters in the story, but majority of everything that has been remade has been changed with regards to its mechanics, its gameplay, and certain UI changes. But I can't even say that either, because the character of Miu and Mayu are kind of completely changed too. They don't look the same, even though they have the same hairstyle and clothing. They look completely different from the original appearance of the characters, which had more chubby face. Flesh tone has changed. Their body anatomy is a little bit more skinnier here. So this is truly is a remake, even though it's also respecting nostalgia of the game's original development without taking the fan service away, or if not fan service, the original concept away. The original concept is still here. It has not been changed. Everything playing out, such as the story, such as the characters in the story and their journey, is the same. Same as it was in the original game, same here. How things have progressed in that area, in that direction, that's what's different. How characters look in comparison to the original designs, that's different, even though they are still the same. It's hard to describe it. It's like you're making a remake where everything looks different, but at the same time you're keeping it the same. It's two. It's both at the same time. Everything is different, but everything is still the same. So you get two for the price of one. You get to love it, and you get to hate it at the same time. But I love it more than I hate it because there's a lot of things in the original that didn't work and pissed me off. And here, they fixed it. Now, I read all these documents, so I'm just going to get my original scoring for the game was, I believe. Wait, where's? Let me keep your hands.
Let's go.
I believe my original scoring for this demo remake was.
We should go very far in.
It won't open. Mayu.
I believe I gave the demo either a 6 or a 7, and then I eventually, based on the demo itself, I gave it an 8. Or I said it would get up to about an 8. If the game is good, it would get up to about an 8, but the demo itself, at the end, said it was anywhere from a 6 to a 7, and it could get up to an 8.
Together.
So this will be the full gameplay of this game to see if this game can get up to that 8 and possibly reach a 9
Don't go too far.
if things goes the way I want it to. Sound effects is pretty damn good for the creaking floor and for when you knock over utilities. I mean, not utilities, utensils.
Whose is this? What if someone else's?
Flashlight. Okay.
Mayu.
A bed.
Okay. Yeah. Pots and pans and I believe there. Yeah, lantern. Yeah, so was playing story and I left last time I played was made it 6. Well, it definitely wasn't this. It's kind of weird. I think it would tell you exactly when you last played. Like, today is the 29th, I definitely played this way before then. Oh well, it might be a bug thing. Or maybe the PlayStation uploaded all the saves for me to play the full version now, um, because it's not the demo. So basically, it's considered my original saves for the demo, as today being the first day I'm actually playing the game. So I guess that does make sense, even though it's kind of weird. It doesn't recognize the demo save once I purchase the full game. You only recognize the full game itself. Point exchange. Oh yes, this is the thing. I believe lots of people were talking about. You get enough points, you can buy outfits by grinding in the game. You earn enough points. It's kind of like ruins in Elden Ring. If you get like hundreds of thousands of points, eventually you're able to buy outfits, or 10,000 points or something, depending on the expense of the
Mia,
um,
look. I wonder what this key is for.
Alright.
Mayu.
Together.
I'm yet to figure out what this is. I try to use the camera obscure on it. I guess because I now have the full game, I could now figure that out.
I feel like we're being watched by someone.
Mayu.
Mia.
Oh, wait a minute, no. And that's another thing, they added a lot of sound effects to the cracks and creaks. Original one had some, but I believe they emphasize a lot on that. Um, Here it's pretty good. Okay.
Let's go.
Together.
Search in there. Searched here.
Mayu. Mayu.
Don't.
This is it. The device that can capture the impossible. The camera obscura. What was that? I can't believe it. So it's true then. This is an extremely dangerous device.
The camera obscura. Neo. What is that? Whoa!
Alright, so what I will say about this part is the original one when the guy gets grabbed by the many hands. It's a little bit more scary, and I believe the reason why that is because of the angle where it was shot, based on the character, how it grabbed the guy facing forward,
Cut it out.
and I guess the atmosphere as well. In this one, it seems like the camera shift perspectives, goes to the hands and to the guy and then back to the guy. It keeps cutting back and forth. If it was a single set motion, it would have been more scary. So the original one had it more right. What the original one didn't get right was the design of the guy itself. The guy, his image and how he looked horrible. Like his physical 3D model design looked terrible. This version looks far better. So they completely remade him, thank God. Alright. So I know how the camera obscura worked, because I did the demo, so I'm cool with that.
If that camera still works.
So here's how the camera works. You raise the camera with the R2, special shots R1, focus in by going up, focus out by going down, zoom by pressing square, or by pressing triangle, and up at the same time. Like, though I've tried to do that, but it never worked. And then there's switch filters. I guess when I get a second filter, it would allow me to switch filter. I could walk with it, I could crouch with it, and I could also evade while in the camera mode. My flashlight could be on while I have the camera obscura on. I could look around using the camera obscura. I could do quick looks with the camera obscura, like L3 and R1. I could lock on also with the camera obscura. So I'll see how that works right now. Duck, move around, dodge, dodge, dodge forward, dodge forward, dodge backwards, dodge that way, and it's still on, crouching, standing, moving and crouch, focus by pressing up, pressing down. The focus does not work pressing up and down because I don't have a focus lens. I just have the camera obscura on. Triangle and up probably won't work either because I don't have the focus lens on. So triangle and up, triangle and down doesn't work. So because I don't have the focus lens on, it won't work for those two things. But I could always go back into my inventory and look up items, film. I got infinite film, got photos, different photos, files, and it's all the files I've acquired. This is my location. I'm in the total, I have a total high score of 1,648. I probably need a hell of a lot more points than that if I'm going to buy an outfit. And info tutorials is right here. Play records will be right here. How long I've been playing for, 4 hours. That's including the demo time and today. So let's see here. Flashlight. Shooting photos. Picking up items. Racing camera controls. Shooting photos, camera obscura. L2. Shoot R2. Yeah, photographs, blah blah blah, main menu. Okay. There's camera controls. Special shots is R1. Okay. So I guess if you were to go for, if we were to consider this in relations to combat utility, the R1 would be like a charge shot, whereas the R2 is just a regular shot. It's like shooting a bow. You could do a charge shot with a bow, pressing the R1, or a regular shot using the R2. And that's fine. At least now I know. Like if I'm in a heated situation and I want to do a charge shot or special shot, I will always press the R1. But if I have enough space and time, I'll do the R2. Now I learned something else in this game, that if the enemy does hit you, it drains you kind of your stamina for you to get off shots faster. So when it comes to enemy, the dodge is good, but dodging while in combat drains some of your stamina. So it's best to like run around enemies, let go, and then run around them. So as they're running towards you, you run around them. But I remember the game also say while you're in combat and you're running, that also drains some of your stamina. So if an enemy charges towards you, you're supposed to probably just move to the left or to right. Like if they were to run directly forward to you, slowly move to the left or right, raise the camera. But if they're really charging to you fast, run to left and right. Like dodging, I believe, drains more your stamina than running, or equally at the same time. So that's a new mechanic in the game as well. Yeah, so originally I had this demo at a 6 or 7, but now I'm playing the full game. I'm gonna see how that goes from here on out. It's gonna charge. Okay. Okay. That's kind of hard to do.
It's gone.
So it's a bit harder than you would think, because the room that you're in, and know, lock on. Yeah, willpower gets depleted due to actions of being hit by an enemy. Your willpower drains once you're hit by an enemy or touched by a wraith, running during combat, and evading. So if you run, you evade, or you're hit by an enemy, you slowly lose willpower. You gain more willpower by taking a shot. So I think the best thing for me to do is find an opening and walk around them. But the problem is, if an enemy is this close to you, and there's not too much room to move to the left or right, you have to run out the way. There's nowhere around it. If it's a more open area, it would be a different story.
Are you okay? Let's just get out of here. Together. Mayu. Mayu. So bright. Together. Mayu.
And of course, the marker where I need to go next is shown, I believe.
Mayu.
No, that's just the save point. Okay, at least the save point is shown on the map. So now I'm at the door. Let's see if I can get out.
It won't open. Mio. Mayu. Mayu.
Specters. Vengeful ghosts or specters. I believe they're in lore or occult lore or even paranormal science lore. Um, there are 5 different types of ghosts. They're classified as hostile and friendly. I believe specters is a hostile one. I believe a regular ghost, wandering ghosts are normals. I believe that death echoes aren't really ghosts, but they're like considered ghosts. Well, echoes of the resonance of ghost echoes, as they're called. The echo where once a person died, and they just replicate like a parrot their behavior, but they're not the ghost isn't really there. It's just the last residue of their existence is there, or the fade away of their existence of the ghost that used to be there is there. So I guess that's kind of a ghost as well. And other than specters, regular ghosts, death echoes or echoes, and I believe phantasms are kind of ghosts as well. They're more like mirages or uh, or decoys or dummies. I'm not sure about the details behind phantasms. I
Cut it
believe
out.
the fifth type of ghosts are kind of considered demonic. Um, I believe demons are a type of ghost, um, but they're not classified under the ghost category because I guess their level of evil, or their level of essence, is so corrupt that they're not really classified in that realm. Um, there's something about them that makes them different from specters. Um, they're not just things that could pop in and out. They're classified, um, authorized. I guess you could say that they're tagged and labeled and branded, and they could only follow certain rules based on the criteria of their existence. They cannot wander around. Um, they can only do things under a specific command or under a specific criteria. So in a way, demons are kind of ghosts. But ghosts, under the definition of ghosts, there are like 5 types, and then there are variation types of ghosts, which are far more. Um, Specific types of ghosts, I believe, are 5. I believe the echoes aren't one of the specific types. I believe the echoes are one of the off-brand version or a variation. But I'll remember the echoes from a television show.
Something's not right about this
Open it.
place.
Okay. I don't remember that a stone mirror from the original game. In times when you find yourself about to die, you could use the stone mirror. Consumables. Wait, 1 second. Switch equipment. Items. Yeah, I definitely need a focus lens for that. It's not gonna work unless I get the focus lens.
So, she got lost in this place too. She came in here looking for her boyfriend. And then, where did she go?
This place must be...
My...
Why?
Crimson Butterfly.
Yeah, the difficult part of, about combat in this game is going to be the close environment. It's not so much about the monster attacking you. It's the fact that where you're going to be fighting is going to be an enclosed area, so there's not going to be many distance between you and the ghost. You'll have to time it exactly when to do the dodge or when. I like that too because it's all about timing. It's like in Sekiro, you have to time exactly when you're going to do a parry or a counter. Or when it's best to walk around. I believe those seeds have a specific name. Those prayer seeds. I forgot the name of it. It's a very specific name. I believe in the game. What's the name of that game? Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. There's a name for it. Magatama. But it goes by a different name other than Magatama. No, it's a spiritual thing. Or it's a spirit energy thing or a power thing. It's also an anime related towards a specific type of seed or charm. I think it's actually called Blue Seed. Let me look that up. It's actually very important. I remember that. It's important to remember. Blue. Yeah, that was the name. It was called Blue Seed. What is Blue Seed? What is the seed in Blue Seed? It's a very specific thing in mythology, Japanese mythology. It's less related to anime or games. It's more related towards. There it is. It's a Magatama. Yeah, I know it. It's a Magatama or Mita or Magatamas. Magical beads. It's a magical bead. It looks like a seed, but it's actually like a prayer bead. Blue beads are the heart, soul, and source of power for, yeah, blue seeds in Japanese mythology. Traditional Japanese mythology, there's no direct concept of a blue seed. Fine, Magatama then. Magatama. Freaking AI. Tama. Magatama, ancient unshaped beads that originated in prehistoric Japan. Japanese mythology, Shinto tradition. No shit. They are deeply sacred objects representing good fortune, the soul, and avoidance of evil. Shintoism, well, was always heavy in Shintoism. Most of that stuff comes from Shintoism. Yeah, it all comes from Shintoism because Shintoism is later religion that's following an ancient tradition, which is the three gods, um, Susano, and Amaterasu, and something else. Don't remember. Basically, the creations of the gods and goddesses of the universe. in Japanese culture. That's who these things are. Susanoo, Amaterasu, and there was one other, I missed the name, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, the prayer beads are associated with those three gods, two specifically, and later in Japanese history, it's passed down from tribe to tribe. It became a cultural thing that spread all over Japan, and eventually, during time period of when people were still praying to gods, and those things were still relevant back then, Shintoism came into being. Kind of like where people used to, monks or priests back in the days, used to commit a lot of weird sacrificial rituals, and eventually that got done away by people traveling and preaching about Christ. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's practicing a more cleaner version of the original version of how people used to pray to these gods. Um, but I really can't say Shintoism was completely clean either. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Yeah, so that's the beads, the purpose of the beads. It's for vitality and for spirit energy, specifically for vitality in relation to keeping away evil. There are different seed types. I believe the blue is just for power, energy, or spirit energy, and the red one is for primarily for vitality. But there, oh yeah, glad I got a little history lesson back in there for myself mainly, so I could remember. Anime isn't completely useless. In fact, many anime actually put a lot of historic stuff into their stuff in order to educate younger people, since many young people don't like to spend a lot of time doing science, math, and English. There are different ways to do it by using anime and games. And if done right in video games, it would make the person, the kid, or whoever actually look up what those things mean.
Mayu!
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Okay, so I guess this is meant for to get a burst, an explosive shot. That's why it takes so long to load. I should only use this when I'm desperate or when my willpower is low. By using this, it takes a long time for my camera scared to load. I could switch off. I'm thinking to myself, I could, when I'm in this obscure mode, as soon as I take the shot and it starts to load, I could switch to this. I see the timing on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. Let's see the timing on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Maybe I was counting too fast. Let's do it like this. 1001, 1002. Alright. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. So 1010. Switch to this one. Or switch to this one. 1001, 1002. No, go back. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1006. Alright, so 7, 8, 9. This is 4 seconds behind. Just making sure, I'll make fully sure. So 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. Okay, 6. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 2006. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 seconds behind. Alright, so that film should only be used on special occasions or when I'm desperate. Oh shit. Special shot. And dodging saps willpower while taking shots. What the hell? Why is it so low? Alright, this is a much larger area. Missed it. He's got a lot of health. Alright, so when I have the ability to traverse, walk up and down stairs or go around stuff, that's great. But if I'm locked in a room, I don't have much place to go. I need a focus lens, and I need something that to speed up the recharge time of the camera obscura. I believe as I play the game I'll get there. So for the moment I'll try to exit out. I believe a game like Outlast got the idea of using cameras as well, or video recording, in order to uh, keep themselves alive. I'm not sure if I remember a game before Fatal Frame that used like something like a camera or a video recorder. Fatal Frame might have been the first game that actually used a camera or video recorder. So who knows? Alright, so this is where the demo comes to an end. And this is where I'll proceed forward for about a good 30 minutes more. And I'm now past the demo section. Now this is a 14 film. Okay. Low access and power. It takes a while to reload. Why would I want that? But I have a total of 32, no, 20 of 32. I have a capacity of 32. So type 00 film are probably like shotgun types, and type 14s are probably like pistol types, or 07s are probably like, and 00 films are probably like shotgun types. Yeah, so this is probably like you're using a pistol. This is also like you're probably using a pistol, but of a more powerful version. And this is probably like you're using a shotgun. So the objective is to find as many type zeros as possible, and only use the type zeros when it comes to like bosses, and use mostly the pistol most of the times. So at this point, I would, when I said the game was probably like 6 to 7, I would say the game is where I am right now, is a 7. So it'll probably take a while before I could get it to a full 8, but we'll see. Depends on how the story goes, depends on what all they remade. Okay, so he wasn't a bad spirit because he had like a blue um, highlight about him. So he wasn't a specter. He was just a standard ghost. So since this is not part of the demo anymore, I'm going to start to read these things. Um, oh, cool. I don't remember this being in the. Yeah, I think this was also in the original. Um, it's kind of like Geralt of Rivia's ability to see footsteps in The Witcher. His cat eyes abilities. But this is more like you're seeing traces of the past. Perceptual filter. And switch to the perceptual filter in order to follow them. Switch, okay.
Vanishing traces. With this, I can find my sister.
My thing is, how would you know which one is the perceptual filter? I mean, I think it's just on automatically because I don't have a different filter type. I have different film reels, such as 7s, 14s, and 00s. But I don't have a different filter types. So I believe by default, I'm on this filter. I could press the switch filter, but it's not switching to anything. So there's two little signs at the bottom left, and it shows when I'm switching. Okay, so this is normal. It's off. Okay, so no, I actually have two types. All right, it's shown right there in the bottom left of the camera obscura. I have a total of two filters. I have my regular filter for the camera obscura. I could use my shots, and now I have the perceptual filter, the blue one, which is pointing to the west. So yeah, it's turned blue to show me that I not only have that filter on, but the color of the window or the color of the lens turns blue as well. So when it's off, it goes back into a standard color of the environment. When it goes on, okay. I'm sure there are going to be two more I'm going to find. The north one and the east one. They're going to be for different reasons. Okay. I take it off. Yeah, once I take it off, you can't hear a voice anymore. Because it's not like it's present. The ghost isn't present here. The perceptual filter is kind of like allow you to see what was happening in the past, based on the design of it. Trace the person's or the ghost's behavior Yeah, it traces the person's behavior, not the ghost, but the person itself. Or it could trace the ghost as well. Okay, it says my type 14 is full. So how many am I allowed to have of type 14? 32, okay. Alright, so type 14s. Okay, so I'm going to use the type 14s. So by default, type 00 is probably the weakest, but you could use it a lot. Type 14 is probably the same type, but just a bit more powerful. Type 61, okay. New film in good condition. It has high exorcism power. Alright, so type 00 will mark with a special symbol. It has extremely high exorcism power, but takes a while. So 00 is like a shotgun, and 61s are like rifles. Okay, so logically we got the 07s, which are like pistols, and the type 14s, which are like more like powerful pistols, and the 61s, which are probably like rifles, or I don't know. How would I describe this? It's not rapid firing, cause so it can't be a rifle. Um, it's more like a semi-automatic rifle. That's how I would describe it. If this is the most powerful one, then this has to be like a semi-automatic, and this has to be like a shotgun. But I don't know. Maybe this is the semi-automatic, and this is just more like, I don't know. Maybe this is the shotgun, and this is more like a magnum. Who knows? Who knows how many real types I'll get? If I find one that's rapid firing, then that'll probably be like a rifle type. I want to see how many things they changed up in this game with regards to the mechanics and gameplay. I believe battle mode wasn't a thing in the original, and they included it in this. I believe it was, or maybe it was in the original, but it probably wasn't called battle. I don't remember. It was just standard, and then hard, and then story, normal, and then hard. I believe battle wasn't really a thing. She can't get these doors open. I wonder if she just lockpick it. Maybe. Maybe I'll need a lockpick later on. This game I remember has a lot of action in it. It's just done in a horror-based way, where you're using a camera to keep yourself alive rather than using shotgun bullets and stuff. Because it makes it more scary if you're just using an object to protect yourself with, rather than just acing ghosts using shotguns and rifles and swords. Something more traditional when related to paranormal. I believe the camera obscura is actually a real thing in mythology as well. It's not just something that was created in this game. I would have to look that up. But I'm pretty sure I've heard of it before, as it's considered a cursed object, or kind of like in the game Control, an object of power. It's meant for capturing or exercising spirits. Like, playing this game, I remember in the past always remind me of the movie Shikaku, because it's kind of like the same thing. You're in this traditional Shinto location in Okinawa, in this forest, where there's a lot of spiritual activity and ghosts, and you're this girl gets possessed, not trying to follow some rules of ghosts and monsters, but you get involved anyway. Chiaki Kiriyama, that was her name. She was in Kill Bill as Gogo. I believe she had a very fruitful young life as well. But for some reason, people wanted her to be in like horror movies and stuff because she just had that type of anatomy and hair structure. It was real sad in a way that she had to go through all that, but eventually she started to, I wouldn't say she liked it, but she got used to it because she kind of resembled the nature of that stuff. I believe in high school she was also saying stuff about that too. I remember I was really heavy into Chiaki Kuriyama when I was young. I wanted to know about the actress because I saw her in a film called Battle Royale, and I thought her role in there wasn't the best role in there. It was actually Kobasachi, or Ko. Um, Her name is Ko Shibasashi or something. That was that girl's role. Um, but Kuriyama, her role was more memorable than Cole's role because she had to like stab a dude in his nuts and stuff with an actual knife, and that was pretty crazy. Ever since then, like, ever since then she became famous off that one little thing. And I always thought that that was kind of insulting, because her body of work, though they weren't great, She acted better in other roles, in other stories. She only had a moment to shine in Battle Royale. The thing is, it's just that she does violence so easily. It makes her more memorable, even though she's better at acting than other things. It just comes natural for her when it comes to like the violent stuff. Yeah, but she was really not into that stuff at all. Really not sure what she's doing now as an actress. Actually, should look that up. So the sole purpose here is not to completely follow Mayu, is to collect as many things as I can to put towards my arsenal so that when I fight a big boss, it'll be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so switch to lens. See if I find anything in here. The perceptual one is just to follow where Mayu is going. And this one is to use on a normal basis. Can't. Okay. Now this entire town is full of ghosts, so if I run into one, there is one thing I'm curious about that I don't remember. How do I level up my character? Does she automatically get level up, or does level up doesn't matter at all? It's just her camera can get level up, but she stays the same. So there probably is no leveling up. It's just your camera does get more powerful and you find more consumables. So yeah, I believe that's how this game goes. Your health bar will probably still be the same. Your willpower or your stamina bar will probably still be the same. But I'll have to see. I don't fully remember the OG game 100%. And I obviously don't want to miss anything. Okay. She didn't go this way. Yeah, she didn't go this way.
Won't open.
So how the hell did they get into this village? That's my thing.
Follow my sister.
No shit. But how did they?
I was in Butterfly.
What the hell? Oh yeah? What are you gonna do now? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot, that's bending down. That's not dodging. There's another thing I like about this game is that you could explore. Um, it's not completely linear. The story of you following your sister and then figuring out what's going on in the village and eventually beating the final bad guy, that's linear. But you don't have to follow your sister. You could go explore. So this is both an exploration game and a linear one at the same time. Because I don't really have to do what the game tells me to. I could just pick up that story when I feel like. And I believe you could also do side quests and do those before you do anything related to Mayu. But at a certain point the game tells you, well, you can't go here, you can't do this because you have to find your sister. So it's a linear game, but at the same time it has many other things that you can do in it, so it's not 100% linear. Lunar Essence. Okay, there it is. I need a whole lot of Lunar Essence. I wonder how much I'm allowed to keep, how much I'm not allowed to keep. So thankfully this game allows me to go through my consumables automatically. In other words, I don't have to put them there. It put them there for me. The game basically says this is what you'll need in order to succeed. This is what you'll need in order to survive. And it automatically organizes it for you so you don't have to think about it. So I don't have to put anything in my consumables. My herbs are there, lunar essence are there, and they automatically get placed in there when you find them. So I like that. I don't have to decide to put it there or not. The game automatically puts it there because you'll need it regardless. Now, I would say the bad thing would be, in regards to that, is the amount you have within your consumable slot. Like if you want to take off certain things so you could quick access other consumables, that would be a good thing. But if they're all placed in there automatically and you cannot take them out, that would be a bad thing. But I don't believe this is that type of game where they give you a ridiculous amount of consumables. I believe at a certain point you can only have a certain amount of consumables in your consumable slot, and eventually you have to replace them with others, if my memory serves me correctly. Or it's following the traditional, whereas you're only given a certain amount of consumables and that's it. Consumable types and that's it. And for each consumable type, you're given a certain amount. So I'm not sweating it. I'm just happy that I don't have to put them in there by themselves. Okay. I'm definitely not following Mios. I'm off exploring. Checking out the village. I normally, realistically, you find yourself trapped in a village, you won't be going off exploring anything. You'd be getting the hell out the moment you got trapped on first. 14. I wonder which one hurts more. The infinites, the 7s, or the 14s. What is this all about? Room with nothing but candles. It's too bad she can't hop over ledges or fences. But she can duck. And you can obscure her while she's ducking. Wonder if the back door is open. Yes, it is. You know, this might not be a good idea, because if this turns out to be like a very strong boss location, I'm not ready to fight a very strong boss. But I want those goodies. I wonder if the ghost can crouch. Maybe that's the reason why they created these little side pockets within the stairs, because they probably can't crouch and get you. Okay, can't do that. It's one of these things again. I have the proper focus lens for this. I believe I need a purple one. It's glowing purple. I have blue and I have my regular. Purple. Yes. It's Royal Scarlet. What's going on in here? With nothing but candles. straight up Gantt stuff in here. Statues coming to life, acing people. Oh, this is very cool. Alright, so let me continue with my story. I believe I'm good for exploration. The game might want me to speed things up. Even though I believe it's best to always explore. Like, if this truly is, well, it is a linear game, but it's not completely linear. I'm just thankful, linear or not, that I'm able to explore without being completely sucked in and dedicated towards following the storyline. I could run around and do whatever I want and get back to Mayu when I feel like. Okay, I'm not allowed to go this way, okay. Any secrets back here? No. Well, I checked it out, so. Alright, so let's get back on track. So after this, after I find Mayu and get to the next cutscene, I'll stop it there. And what I'll do moving forward is, because I'm doing 2 games for the month of June, I really consider this game a June game, even though I'm starting 3 days earlier. So this and Elden Ring are going to be the 2 games I'm going to be playing in the month of June and July. They're going to go back and forth, back and forth. And since Elden Ring is an incredibly long game, that game is probably not going to be finished until August. I might finish Fatal Frame 2 by July. If I'm trying to 100% it, I might finish it by July. Or if I'm truly trying to 100% it, I might actually finish it by August. Around the same time I finish Elden Ring. Because for Elden Ring, I've collected most of everything already. I originally played the game once, and I decided to play it again for the PlayStation 5 and collect everything, or almost everything. So when I play it again, this will be the second time I'm playing it for the PlayStation 5, which is New Game Plus 1, is for the sole purpose of making sure I 100% it. And if I can't 100% it, it'll be because there's no way in hell I'll spend more than an hour trying to farm one set. Like some guys could spend their time on that, but it's not going to be me. Definitely not going to be me. I'll be the one person that is never going to spend more than an hour or even an hour trying to get one set from a drop rate from a boss. Like if I find that it's been like 30 minutes and I'm still trying to get just one set, and there's literally like hundreds of sets in Elden Ring, it's not gonna happen. I could go without playing that game for the rest of my life if I don't collect all the sets. And I could also go without 100%ing that game. Because I truly believe people have drop rates in games that are so low that it's literally wasting your time and your life just to get this one thing. It's completely stupid. 1 hour is the most you should take to farm a set of any type in any game, because that's 1 hour of your life you have wasted away trying to find a singular item in the game, not several items. 1 hour of your life. You got to think about things from a perspective. Like if something is that rare and that needed that you have to have it, will to spend hour or hours on, then it has to be something that has more of a value than just appearance. It has to do something. It has to allow you to do things. If it's just for appearance, then it's a waste of time of yourself and of the people who designed it. If you're designing for just put on a fashion show, go fuck yourself. Like, you gain nothing by looking at people wearing fashion outfits. Nothing. You know who gains from rocking fashion outfits? People who actually make money off of that. Selling it, marketing it, wearing it, and investing in it. You just looking at it gain nothing from it. Having it, like you go buy it designed from a store so you could wear it, what are you going to get from that by wearing that fancy outfit? What? A new boyfriend? A new job? Are you wearing that outfit is going to actually help you to progress further in life? Can you guarantee it's going to do what it's going to do? If the answer is no, then it's pointless. If the answer is yes, then it has value beyond its actually design. But if you go into any job wearing that outfit, regardless of what that outfit is, if whatever's on your resume doesn't meet the criteria, it doesn't matter how you look. So an outfit of any type, in any type of genre, whether it's games or reality or movies, if it doesn't serve a purpose for which it has value in, it's meaningless. Like an outfit in a video game has to have attributes to it, or has to have meaning towards the character wearing it. It can't just be something to wear. It has to represent something. Like, you have more willpower if you wear this outfit. You have more vitality if you wear this outfit. You're able to withstand bullet shots more if you wear this outfit. You're able to traverse things faster if you wear this outfit. You're able to have more insight if you wear this outfit. If something is good for fashion, it's like if I wear this outfit to look fashionable, it has to be for something related to that specific purpose, such as you wear this outfit for the party, and thus by wearing this outfit for the party, you get more attention from people by wearing the outfit, thus it increases your reputation. So to just wear something or to have something like an Elden Ring where you just grind for it and it has no meaning behind its design and you're trying to grind for it for hours, if there are no attributes connected to it, and it's completely pointless and you're wasting your life away pretty much.
Yai! What are you still doing here?
Who are you?
The ritual will begin soon. If they find you. Butterflies. They will guide you. 2 keyholes. Is it the gate to the Whispering Bridge? That gate closes once the twins have been gathered. The keys to the gate are hidden somewhere in the village. Yai, follow the crimson butterflies. They will guide you. Yai, one of the keys should be stored in the shed under the big pine tree. If you crawl through the broken fence nearby, you can approach without being seen. Yai, if you can get out of the village, you'll be able to escape your fate. Don't give up. The other key should be inside Kureha Shrine. There might be villagers there too. Be careful. Hurry up and get Sai out of here. Or else, you will lose someone you love. Like I did. If you have trouble, come back here. I might be able to help you.
That's sweet. Because autofocus might be a standard automatic lock on once the enemy pop up. But if you're manually focusing, you're pressing around the room, pressing up, you might be able to catch on to the enemy much faster rather than to allow um, the system to tag the enemy. Alright, so upgrade focus once in order to do more damage. That's what I'm looking for. That's the most important part first. Make sure I have damage with regards to my weapon. In this case, my weapon is my camera. So I've put more rounds, or should I say, I've enhanced the capabilities of my camera to do more damage by one. I just need 3 more, and the focus will do more damage. I would say, out of everything, I want to max out focus and film capacity because of the standard infinite 07s don't do much damage. I would need a lot of, well, maybe that's not even the case. Maybe I don't even need a lot of magazines. Maybe the case is I just need enough focus to do vast amounts of damage. So if I level up focus completely, then I have to worry too much about film capacity. Might just need to level that up to about two slots, and that's it. And this is for camera obscura damage, focus, and capacity. Film here is the standard for standard frontal modes in order to have willpower recovered. So the way I see it, focus for doing more damage, willpower are the ones that are most important. Because the more damage I do, the more willpower I probably will get. So these two are very important. And if I add range to it, if an enemy's out of range, even though I'm directly pointing towards the enemy's head, it's because it cannot reach the enemy. So I might just need one range. Load speed. Actually, now I think about it, focus, willpower recovery, and loading speed might be the most important ones, especially loading speed. Because the camera obscura takes so damn long to load, by the time the enemy pops up in front of you, you're getting hit. So reload speed and focus seems to be the first two I'm gonna pay attention to, especially reload speed and willpower recovery will be the third. So more damage, more reload, and willpower recovery. That's max attack. Let's see what max attack is about. Extend maximum attack power. Okay, so speed up the camera's automatic focus. Better focus the more damage you deal. Okay, so focus and max attack are kind of linked together. Alright, so I'm at a little deviation here. So what do I want more? Well, I do want more focus. If I can't focus in, I cannot do the damage I want, but I think I'm going to go for max attack. Attack power, with or without focus. So I have one focus, and I should max out attack power. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So, number one priority, attack power. Number 2 priority, willpower recovery. Because if I'm shitty at dodging, I'm going to need a lot of willpower because I'm going to be dodging a lot. So these two. And the third will be reload speed. And the fourth would be focus. Yeah. Now, I wonder if I could reset. Okay, I'll reset. Enhancements. Nope, it's not allowing me to reset. Press R3 to reset. Enhancements. Switch equipment. Yeah, okay, so that point should have been placed into max attack. But then, I don't know. Maybe the focus was... Regardless, I'll need at least 2 focus. At minimum 2 focus. And then I can max out everything here. Okay, so that's the goal for right now. To put everything into max attack. And 2 into focus. And then willpower recovery, that should also be maxed out. Yeah, so those are the 3 things I'm going to be focused on next playthrough. Max attack, willpower, yeah, max attack. If I attack the enemy, I'll do a lot of damage, I get more willpower back, which is not related to willpower recovery. Recovery time willpower is just something that automatically happens. Yeah, so if I max this out, I don't have to worry too much about willpower recovery. But if I'm doing a lot of dodging, I'll need to worry about it. So this should be fully maxed out. I believe this should be halfway. And yeah, reload speed should also be maxed out. So those are the 3 I'll focus on, and then the 4th will be focus. Alright, I'm good for right now. I'll find the next save point, or I'll just go back to the guy, save there.
Yai,
So this is good.
that you?
Alright, cool. Alright, so time is now 12. I think I'll take a small little break, and then directly afterwards I'll probably throw on Elden Ring and restart that. And the sole purpose of me doing the New Game Plus for Elden Ring is to acquire those missing pieces, or missing armor, missing weapons. Obviously, I have to go through the story again, but that's part of the whole point. Because the original why I couldn't find it, those items, armor pieces, um, weapons, so on and so forth, is because I was locked out from acquiring those things due to certain actions I did in my first playthrough, which I cannot progress the game for such equipment and armor because they're not allowed for me to do so due to my decisions. So Elden Ring is a decision making game. So whatever decision you make affects something else. So I have to make the better decisions this time around. Thankfully, I was able to level up beyond 300, so now I'm pretty powerful. So yeah, the next playthrough of this will probably be tomorrow, or it will probably be tomorrow. Yeah, Saturday. And Saturday, I'm probably not going to play anything else, not even Elden Ring, but I'll probably play this. Oh yeah, and Warframe. This and Warframe. Those are the only two games I'm going to play. Because I have to farm for a giveaway on the 31st of May. So only this and Warframe will be played tomorrow. For right now, I'll just hop off this, take a break, and then hop on Elden Ring for about a good hour and a half. Or hour, depending on how things go. And I'll start that journey all over again, simply because I want to, if I can't 100% that game, I want to get at least 90. I want to get to at least 90% of that game, which is get 90% of everything. If I can't get 100% of everything, I want to at least get 90% of everything, because I know for a fact I'm not the type of person that will spend my life trying to get 1, 2 things. That takes ridiculously long to get. But I'm cool with being 90%. Oh yeah, so Fail Frame has started, and I will continue this all the way into July. I'm going to take my time on this one because this is an awesome game. And the remake is pretty damn cool. So